Good morning, people. What is happening? And welcome back to the other side. Should I just open it up with hello from the other side? Is that too much? Is that too much for 9 o'clock on a Tuesday morning? I think we're on. How are we all? I've already been told off this morning. So I got up this morning, got my sense sorted out, then went down, made girls' breakfast. And what else did I do? I then came in here and I sorted out 4 shorts. I scheduled 4 shorts for the brilliant top 20 takes that we did on Ramble FC last night. And then I did another, I scheduled them also for TikTok. And then I've set up a stream for Friday for a watch along of Bournemouth v Man United with Batman Lou and Dave Morwood. And then what else? I've done something else as well. And I went back in and I'm making sure girls are all sorted out and stuff like that. And just about ready, just as Mrs. Ramble comes downstairs, she sorted herself out and made herself look even more beautiful, let's say, just so in case she sees this. And so I'm thinking, boy, done good this morning. You know, we're good to go. We'll get on a morning brew for 9 o'clock and have a chat with everybody. Why didn't you empty the dishwasher? What? Why aren't you empty the dishwasher? Oh, okay. Sorry, love. Sorry about that. So yeah, I'm already off on wrong foot, but she's on school run now, so I can be brave and talk to you about it while she's not here. So yeah, I need an haircut today. I think that's probably in order. What have we got on today? We've got, to be honest, I don't think, unless anything changes, which it could, I don't think I'm due to be live after this for the rest of the day. We have got an All Aboard the Championship tonight at 6, which I need to get some shorts and things together for today. Thank you to everybody that, look, I did a schedule for the first time in ages, and I posted it. I don't know where I posted it. Did I post it in just Platinum Group? I'm not sure. I might have posted it into all 3 groups, but and it were like and this is a quiet week. So let me just run through you very quickly what we've got on this week. So yesterday we had combo at 5. That's myself and Cal Fowler. We had top 20 takes at 6, and then we went again at 7 with another video that I'd done during that day on the other side on this channel. So that were a video on every channel yesterday. Then this morning we've got morning brew, which is great, and it's just really relaxed and don't really have anything to talk about. Just it's more keeping you up to date with what's going on, if that's what you want. We can also have a chat about what's coming up or whatever you want to talk about, whatever it's like. I think it's good for some people. I'm conscious that some people just like to have somebody there to have a chat with, and that's partly what this is about as well. So we've got morning brew, and then it's all aboard the championship tonight, like I was talking about. So that'll be Batman Lou and Mark Meldrew, also joined by Gaz Dunn, who will be, and all 3 of them will be talking about. It's a little bit of a tweaked format where we're looking at more the more pressing issues in the league rather than covering every game and reviewing it bang 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 bang. It's more what are the things to talk about, what are the talking points out of the championship this week. Every game gets covered loosely, but also Gaz going over the big decisions. We've an idea for a show with Gaz actually to do with like VAR and tricky referee decisions and stuff like that, because I find him so interesting to listen to. So that will be something that we're looking at tomorrow. And this is currently as scheduled, but things can change. But tomorrow we've got countdown to kick off for Wrexham. That's myself and Lee at 6 o'clock on Blades Ramble. Then it's football therapy at 8, which I've just reminded myself I need to sort myself out for in terms of getting everything prepared for it. View from the Mountain, Thursday at 7 with the man Paul Mountain and Big T, his special guest this week, which I love. Hot off the presser is scheduled for Friday whenever he wants to do his presser. It might be Thursday afternoon, but it's usually Friday. Got it penciled in for Friday morning. It might move to the afternoon, depending on how Chrissy Wilder wakes up that day. Saturday, we've got a watch along. I know that Gaz is going to take part in that watch along, but I don't know who's going to do it with him. My Mountain's seeing what his schedule's like, but we'll have to wait and see how that goes. That's from 2:30. Then it's going to either be an after party directly afterwards if we won, and if that'll be at 5 or just after 5. Then at 7, if we haven't won at 7, it'll be 90 after 90. And then on Sunday, we've got 3 Mardy Blades at 7 o'clock, as always. I'm just already, like I've spoken about, adding a watch along in on Friday night to that. And all these shows need to be put together, advertised. Then the post-production is the thing that sort of really does it, where you have to convert them into podcasts for Spotify and stuff like that. And I have to get to the gym during this. I have to try and get into the taxi at least one night a week, really. Whether I can or I can't, we'll have to, see where I can squeeze that in. But that's still a thing, and people have still been asking for that sort of, not just because of the content, but I bought it as a safety net. I sort of had that plan in mind. For those that aren't aware, I went and got my taxi license for Uber and bought a car that was appropriate for Uber, essentially, which is it's on finance. So, as I say, we're a safety net in case YouTube went wrong. And because on Uber, you can do as many or as little as hours as you want. And when you're talking as little hours, I'm talking I haven't been in it properly for about 4 months. So I now need to start earning money in the thing. If the car's going to pay for itself, if not, obviously I'll have to pay for it out of my own pocket. But the Uber will at least cover the car payment. So that's my plan now. So we'll see. We'll see if that can squeeze in anywhere. But yeah, we're busy and I love it. There's nothing like what we do. It's brilliant. But again, I'm going to say thank you to everybody that shared and commented on the updated Can Jim Get Slim video yesterday. I went for a little walk to try and get some steps in. And it's not been easy. I'm going to do a dedicated video to that, really, because I think it deserves it in terms of going through my weights and stuff like that. But it is a very humbling, very vulnerable experience. But again, a little bit like coming on and talking about your mental health and stuff like that. I think it's important that people, because it's real, innit? It's real. So there'll be other people that are trying to lose weight and struggling with it, and that's me at the minute. So it's not designed to be a downer of a series or anything like that. I'll need your help if anything else, but it's more, I don't know, just tracking it, and it's accountability for me as well. So so that's where we are. Let's see what people are saying. As I said, these can be anything you want them to be, as long or as short as you want them to be. We can talk about YouTube, getting online. We can talk about what I've been up to, because there's a few really exciting things happening in and around the channels. I'll get some comments and then maybe I'll touch on them if it's not steered elsewhere. Dave Morwood says, morning, Jimmy. Love these brews. It gives me reason to get up and away. And anyway, time for an apple of the Ramble. Like and subscribe, please. Thank you, my mate. G'day, mate. G'day, my friend, says Jamie Dumpling. Hope you're holding up all right since Sunday. Yeah, I'm fine. Thank you, mate. Thank you for your message. I really appreciated it. Yeah, tough day for some of us. Jamie's referring to Mother's Day on Sunday. And yeah, it's a day to celebrate your mums and remember your mums if your mums are no longer here. So yeah, it's a mixture of emotions. You don't have to be sad all the time. It's I miss my mum every day, so I don't need Mother's Day to remind me about my mum. But it's it were nice. It were nice. I don't often. She always used to say to me, "Don't be coming up to me grave or my site where she's her ashes are buried, because I'm not there. That's not me. You hold me inside and sort of like that, because." She didn't want me to do any of that and sort of be sad and have somewhere to go and be sad about her. But I went up anyway on Sunday, and it were nice. I went up, just me and girls, and we had a chat about Granny and stuff like that. It were really nice. But thank you, mate. I appreciate you thinking about me, and shout out to anybody else who's going through a tough time. Batman says, morning, mate. Just about to set off to Leicestershire. I'll stop off for my own morning brew first. Lots of stuff happening on all 3 channels. Exciting times. Mrs. Ramble for the win. I hope that is. Yeah, I know. Morning, Jimmy. Says Blades 375. Morning, Alex, mate. Coffee ready. Hope you're good, mate. Up the Blades. Yes, I'm good, mate. Thank you. Hope you are too. Enjoying the fitness journey as well. Think it will motivate a lot of people and give them self-belief. I hope so, mate. I hope so. There is, with the fitness journey that we're doing, there is sort of the option to come on board with it, really. As in, like, if you're in the location, which not everybody is, you can actually join S20 because there's as I said, there's a 50% deal off in March, but there's also an extra 10% off if you let them know you've come through us. We don't get anything for that. It's just to let them know that people have seen where it is. There's no financial gain on either side for this arrangement, by the way. It's just, and Finn is there as a coach. If you get value from what he's giving me, then, and I can only feed back to you what he's doing, then that is also an option for you if you want to have him as your own coach. And he can, for that, you don't need to be local. He does online coaching and stuff like that as well. But it's not a hard sell. It's not a sell for anything really. This is what I'm doing, and I hope, like you say, Lou, it gives them a little bit of encouragement and motivation. And we had some nice comments in the chat yesterday about it, so thank you to everybody that did. And it's just, if it's not for you in terms of if you don't motivate you to do it, then just see if this fat lad can get in some sort of reasonable shape. Morning all, and up the blades, like and subscribe, says Matt. Thank you, my mate. Gaz says, morning, Jimmy. Hope you're well. Difficult day for me yesterday. Hit hard with comments on my performance. But today is a new... Oh, that was the reffing performance. But today's a new day. And in perspective, I cannot complain. Health, family, good friends, up the ramble. Gaz, this sort of says everything that I am trying to project, really, I suppose, to people. For those of you that don't know Gaz very well, and I don't profess to know Gaz inside out at all, but I've known him for a little while now, and he's in the forces. He's a disciplined referee as well, as we've talked about, and very straight down the line, no messing about. Everything's always in order. Everything's always sorted and prepared and stuff like that. And to look at Gaz from the outside in, and apologies, Gaz, for using you as an example here, but I think because you've been vulnerable and sort of said this, I think it's an ideal sort of point to make. But Gaz is showing here that even though he looks like a proper bloke, if you like, in army, refs has to discipline 22 players, whether that's male or female. He has to stand by his decisions and take stick and all this sort of thing. It gets to him. It gets to him too. It's not, nobody's impenetrable. Nobody is bulletproof or anything like that in terms of feeling down about themselves or disappointed in themselves and things like that. And it's how you pick yourself up. And I know Gaz will, and he knows he's got great support with us, but also he's mentioning here, can't complain, healthy family and good friends. Top man. Hope you're good, Gaz. Your life is like mine. If there's one thing you haven't done, you won't get away with it, says Lou. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. But there you go. It's one of them things, isn't it? Ian says, morning, Jimmy. Just a quick thanks for giving me some motivation yesterday. Luckily, don't have issues with my weight, but struggle with my cardio. I'm determined to get my 10K steps in rather than planting myself on the sofa. Cheers, pal. Thank you, Ian, for everything that you do, mate. And interesting. I was talking to Finn about 10K as well. And I was like, I didn't really ask him directly, but he was saying, do you know the story about 10K? Because it was like a fitness app, or apologies because I've got it, I'll have it wrong anyway, but it was something like someone were trying to sell, like, say, a Fitbit or something like that, and that's what they used as their marketing thing because it tracked your steps. They said, can you get your 10,000 steps in? And that became the target for everybody. There's no more benefit. There is more benefit, obviously, for doing more steps than less steps, but it's not like 10,000 is the optimum to get to. You could do 11,000 in a day. You could do 9,000 in a day. It's not, you know what I mean? It's not, it's just a good barometer, I suppose. So there's nothing particularly special about that figure, but it's just something that's become part of the culture, hasn't it? In terms of how we plan to get fit and stuff. Currently sat on a plane, says Gaz, going to Glasgow for 3 days for work to help people's careers and have a positive impact. Makes it all worthwhile and puts all other stuff in perspective. Thank you for this community you have built. I've made some great friends from it up all the rambles. You, mate, are an absolute gem. You are. Do you know what you are? Say it together, guys, for those that know Gaz. You are gleaming, my mate. You are gleaming. Jamie Dumpling says, just seen Sam Allison is the ref for United versus Wrexham. Get ready. I'm rubbish at stuff like this in terms of remembering refs' names, and people were banging on about Ollie Langford the other night. I can remember the name Ollie Langford, but I don't remember the performances that he's had in middle for Sheffield United and stuff. I just don't remember. So Jamie's obviously saying, get ready for this Sam Allison fella, because I don't know what his previous stuff is. Bald and brilliant. That's Ali. Morning, Jim. Hope you're well. Football therapy Wednesday at 8 p.m. Correct. Jim, prepared. Never. Wouldn't want it any other way. I'm prepared in terms of, it's the wrong way to not be prepared, actually, Lee. I'm prepared because I've got what we're doing on football therapy this week is, so tomorrow night, we're doing a best championship 11 that you can put together, but with only one player from each club. So you can only have one player from each side. So try doing that, and it's not as easy as you think. So I've put my side together, and that's the difficult bit, I think, Lee. The bit I haven't done is put the stream together, and I'd like to have some pictures and stuff to put on, which takes a little bit of time, and I do actually quite enjoy doing that. But I'm just not prepared for the stream in that respect, if that makes sense. Jamie says, also, mate, please don't burn out again. Be careful, because this looks like a lot on for one person to handle. Jamie Dumpling, thank you very much for your concern. The one thing I will say to you is, this is a one-game week. Sometimes we have a 2-game week, and there's 2 countdown to kickoffs, there's 2 90 after 90s, there's 2 hot off the pressers, there's 2 watch-alongs. This is a quiet week, which sounds ridiculous when I've already talked about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I think there were 14 at one stage, 14 streams. Because all that's on Ramble, that doesn't sort of account for me going over to Cal's tomorrow to film proper football and do 4 episodes there, and an added time for Connor as well. So there's a lot on, but I love it. I absolutely love it, and that's why. And when you think about it as well, Jamie, top 20 takes, I'm not on that show. All About the Championship, I'm not on that show. Football therapy, I'm one of a few that sometimes doesn't do the show. I'm going to be on this week, but I'm not always on. The watch-alongs on Ramble FC, I'm not always on. View from the Mountain, Thursday's a day off for me, essentially, other than sorting Paul's stuff out post-production. So I appreciate what you say, mate, and I am very mindful of it, more than ever, really, of me time and getting it right. The one thing I will say is a lot of the unseen stuff, me accounts, I just keep going back to my accounts because it's a bit of a crutch, but all the emails that come in, chasing missed payments and stuff like that, and all these sort of little bits and bats, whether that's invoices or Platinum Ramblers or whatever it might be, Sam's taken all that off my hands. And, other than that, I've got proactive stuff to be doing as well, like planning for the business and stuff, which I never used to have to do. But obviously, everyone knows I've got a business coach now in John Asquith, who is incredible. And happy birthday to him for yesterday, by the way. He's got a book out now, and I've just seen it advertised, and I can't remember the title of it. Oh, that's going to annoy me. Before You Scale. So that is out now on Amazon. I would recommend John as a coach to anybody that's starting a business, by the way. But he obviously makes me plan, and I've got all my accounting to do, like with my accountant, and there's stuff like we've just set up bladesramble.com for new merch that's available, which is I've been waiting for ages, and I've not pulled the trigger. I've not been waiting on anyone else. I've just not pulled the trigger on it because these are big moves that take up my time. But now Sam's here, Mrs. Ramble, we can get these other jobs done. So I appreciate your concern, Jamie. I'm always going to be busy, but Sam coming on board as well sort of frees me up for less household tasks. Not that you'd think it with dishwasher saga this morning, but it's in being serious, it's been brilliant, honestly, and long may it continue. I had a fantastic call with a potential big partner that might be coming on in terms of a sponsor / affiliate. So we'll wait and see how that goes, and I'll announce that when we can. But it's looking good at the moment, I have to say. Morning, our kid, says Big T. You off out for a walk today? There's no excuses. Just see results. Mate, I am definitely going out for a walk today because after today, like I said, I'm not live now. I've no excuse not to get out and do something. So thank you, Big T, for making me say that on stream and make me accountable. This is what we're talking about, isn't it? No messing about. Get yourself out for a walk as well, Big T. Dave Morwood says, my Tesco whoosh comes by Uber. Can get back into it, Jimmy. You can pop it over to Cornwall and deliver mine. I don't do Uber Eats calls, but it is an option to go on if you're an Uber driver, I believe. James says, morning, Jimmy. The range of clothing is a 3XL, a genuine 3XL and not European sizes. Just need to check before putting my order in. What a boy. I'm told by somebody who has exactly the same shop and provider that the sizings are great in so much as they're accurate sizings with about half a size generosity, which means like a 3XL will be like a 3.5XL in usual fitting, which for me is brilliant. So, yeah, if I could pick a size guide, it sounds bang on. Mine are due either today or tomorrow. So once I get mine, I'll be able to give you a lot better idea. But yeah, I'm really pleased with it. Brand says, morning, Jim. Hope you're well. It was interesting seeing the start to your weight loss journey. I've recently started mine. Being overweight has started to get me down. Just fed up of clothes not fitting. Was also interesting to hear you talking about S20 as it's near me. I live in Waterthorpe, pretty much bang next to Crystal Peaks, which is S20. And I honestly thought it was a bodybuilding gym. There you go, mate. That's what they're trying to break. And I know I spoke about this yesterday, so I won't repeat myself, but they're trying to break that stigma of it just being a bodybuilding gym. There are bodybuilders in there, don't get me wrong, but it's not a grunting gym that people don't, people are just self-indulgent and stuff like that. Everybody's like, are you all right? And all this. Obviously, people are, sort of, when they're on the machines and the weights, they're focused on the workout, but it's been real surprisingly, and I have to say that because I had a preconceived idea of what it might be like. It's been very pleasantly surprisingly welcoming place. I feel really comfortable. That in fact, I'm going through this afternoon. Oh yeah, that's another thing. I forgot that I've got to go to the gym this afternoon. Oh my word, this is my calendar because I'm looking at a schedule rather than my actual Google Calendar. I'm looking at the schedule that I sent out. But yeah, I've got to the gym this afternoon. Come on. Paolo says, hi, Jimmy, mate. Morning, all Ramblers family. I love this morning brew, pal. Up the Ramble, up the Blades. What we're going to try and do is make it a regular thing, a regular sort of slot, whether Tuesday morning suits, we'll have to wait and see. But I do like it. I want to have consistent content on all 3 channels, which is why I'm a little bit more focused on a schedule at the minute. So we're slotting in top 20 takes and all about the championship at 6 o'clock on Ramble FC because they can be regular time slots for those shows so people know when they are. And that means that if we do a watch along on a Tuesday night, like tonight, for example, if somebody fancies doing a watch along, one at Platinum Ramblers, then we can fit a watch along in and we don't have to move all about the championship around because previously we had to do that because it were on at 8 o'clock. So it settles everything in, I think. We've got countdown to kick off at 6 with me and Lee tomorrow. Football therapy on at 8. It's very rare you get a Wednesday game. Sometimes you do, but it's not often. I think there's one more Sheffield United Wednesday game, as in like Wednesday night game. So we'll have to move football therapy maybe once for rest of the season. But I want regular programming so people become familiar. And the algorithm as well. It helps the algorithm. But it's more to get, like, people know 3 Mardy Blades, 9 times out of 10 is Sunday at 7 o'clock. And that's what you want. They know that we're going to go live with a watch along most games. And if it's a home game, we'll be straight live with 90 after 90. Oh, if it's an away game, sorry, because I'll be here. Or if it's a home game, it's either after party or a later 90 after 90. You want people to know when you're going to be on so they can keep up with you. It's tough when you're running 3 channels. It's tough for the viewer to keep up sometimes. So if I can make it as easy as possible for people, that's only going to help things, I think. James says, morning, got a big medical examination today, off work today. Well, very best of luck with it, pal. Obviously don't know the details, don't need to know the details, but obviously hoping it goes okay for you. I've got Rother Valley on my doorstep, so I've no excuse not to get the 10K steps in, says Bran. Also, I hope you're well, Gaz, my favourite contributor to the Ramble. There you go. A lot of people's as well. I think he gives such a unique perspective because of his background. I think it's brilliant. I love everybody's different perspectives. He says, Bran, thank you. I'm good. Down a bit yesterday, but back in, as they say now, and focusing what I can affect. Top man. Lee says, all the best for the medical, James. Love this group. Honestly, this community is incredible. James says, Sam Allison was the ref when we played Luton in the Prem. 2-0 up, lost 3-2, made many errors and booked several players. He's from Wiltshire. Thank you, mate. Thank you for the context. I appreciate it. Statman Jack says, morning, Jim, mate. Listening, driving into work. We'll watch Wrexham tonight to see how they get on against Watford. Also, you can't forget Langford after that Charlton game. Chin up, Gaz. You are good enough. Class is permanent, mate. Up the Blades, up the Ramble. Top man. Jacko. Yes, now you've said he was the ref for the Charlton game. That makes sense now. Cappuccinos all round, up the Blades, up the Ramble, says Paul. Bran, we have a fitness group for support as part of the Ramble. We certainly do. If you want to be a part of that, Bran, you're more than welcome, pal. James, good luck at your medical, mate. A bit low this morning, says Paolo, but being here has cheered me up. Thank you, mate. And that's a big reason why we do it. There's not necessarily, look, as a content creator, which is essentially what I am, I'm supposed to sort of have a badge as to come and watch this because we'll talk about X, Y, and Z. That's not what these streams are about. It's not, I don't always go with the grain of what I should be doing, really. And maybe that's naive. But I like to think that you can put on a stream like this, and some people who are maybe a bit low or starting the day quite slowly or feeling a little bit sloughened or whatever it might be. Firstly, you're not on your own. We all feel like that. But I'm just here to chat to if people want to jump on and have their say about anything, really. Hope you're well, Paolo, says Gaz. Great start to the day, says Matt. Thank you, my mate. Saw Sam in the Platinum chat. What about a five-a-side thing being put together? I think that would be a brilliant idea. You could even film the matches if they go well with like a little GoPro. That was Sam Usher. Yeah, so any of the Platinum Ramblers want to get together and have a five-a-side game, that's what they're talking about doing. Paolo says, thanks, Gaz. Being here is a positive in my illness. It's a brilliant Blades stream. I hope you're okay, Gaz. And everyone's okay, pal. Up the Blades, up the Ramble. JD says, forgot to mention, even while being here, I'm filling out a little bit. So you might see the dumpling looking a bit better when he comes back with a big tan. I thought you meant you were putting on a bit too much weight and peely skin from being burnt. Yeah. What is it, about 6 weeks now, Jamie? 6 weeks you've got left, something like that. We've missed you, pal, but thank you for keeping in touch all the way through. Top man Gaz, good luck with the medical, James, says Dave Morwood. Kyle Walker's just done an interview with The Overlap that came out earlier today, and it sounds like he addressed coming back home. And we will come back home, and we will come back home, home again. Right, okay, how long have we been going? We've been going nearly half an hour. Sorry for chewing your ear off. That's what we're here to do, but I'll probably call it there for now. I'm going to go and have my Huel. Up the Huel. Buy my Huel. I love mine. Before you ordered it. I did hear the ref Allison is related to Wayne Allison. Interesting. Did not know that. Okay, I'm going to call it there, as I say. Thank you to everybody for joining me this morning. If you're ever on your own or like that, always call in and come and say hello to us because we're here for a chat, aren't we? And yeah, I'll catch up with you soon. I'll see you on the other side.